D-Town, as we know, this is Devin Haney's final fight under the top-ranked banner. He will be fulfilling his third fight under the top-ranked banner against Vasiliy Lomachenko on May the 20th. From a business standpoint, I have my reservations of how all of that materialized. I'm glad that he became undisputed.
Oh, yes.
I think that was great. I think he's a very skilled and talented fighter. He is a, unified, undisputed, undefeated world champion. He's going against a guy who Top Rank did a tremendous job promoting. I mean, I remember seeing Lomachenko on TV when he only had 9 professional fights or something?
Yes.
And they were basically promoting him as the best thing since sliced bread and baggy clothes in the year 2001. But Lomachenko got a big fight on his hands because he's getting in there with a very experienced, younger, stronger, hungrier lion in Devin Haney. That's May 20th. What's your thoughts on that fight, first of all?
I think it's a great fight, like I said before, just like Tank and Ryan, just like Plant and David Benavidez. A lot of these fights that came up, I think it's needful for the sport of boxing. The young guys are hungry. The young guys wants to get in the ring and prove themselves to the world, and some of these people still don't give them credit.
Yep.
Now, what I'm saying is, when I say give credit, I'm talking about from fighters who trying to fight the best. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about fighters who out here moving around funny and stuff and trying to escape and find a little belt hanging. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who actually saying, hey, because everybody know that right now people are saying that Ryan is a great fighter. They saying that. I mean, Ryan got a lot of people saying that Ryan gonna beat Tank, just like the guy name was BBO or whatever.
BBO. Shout out to BBO Boxing. He was on a panel on my channel.
Yes.
And you and him are going back and forth.
Yes.
That's who you're referring to, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And I know that sometime he said something about the trainer of Ryan Garcia and saying just because Ryan Garcia has that trainer that would make to where Ryan Garcia would beat Tank Davis. But that's not so, because the trainer job is to train the fighter. But it's the fighter's job is to go in the ring and carry it out.
Yeah.
So we talking about two great fighters. We're not talking about a great fighter against a C-level opponent or B- or whatever. We talking about two great opponents, and we know that somebody gonna have to go in there and come out with an L. So this fight, I believe, far as Devin Haney and Lomachenko, is a great fight. I think it's needful. I'm glad that Devin Haney became undisputed. Yeah. I'm glad for him and his father and his family, stuff like that. And we see that, like you said, in the 3-fight deal, his last fight deal would be against Lomachenko. So in this fight, I want to give the edge to Devin Haney, but we can't count Lomachenko out because we know that this man, he has a style that can always come back and defeat his opponent. Now, if Devin Haney, knowing that he's taller, has a longer reach, we seen that after the fight that Lomachenko had, Devin Haney got up in the ring, and Lomachenko like, whoa, you look like a big old welterweight or whatever the case might be. And but if Devin Haney, keep his chin tucked, keep that space in between, keep that jab, and if I'm not mistaken, on your channel, one guy said that if the jab and the clinching fails, what would happen for Devin Haney? I believe that's what the guy said on your...
Yeah, actually, it was the other night.
Okay.
When you were on the panel, then, that's exactly what the question was. Shout out to that person that said that. I forgot who paid the super chat to ask that question, but that was the question that was on the panel. Yeah.
And I think a couple of guys was saying that he has more than just a jab, in clinching. I mean, Devin Haney could move around. I mean, he could go to the body. He could go down the middle. He got hooks. I mean, it's very different things. Devin Haney is not beating his fights by clinching and just a jab.
Right.
He's doing more than that. But see, Lomachenko have to be able to get on the inside. And if Devin Haney is moving around the ring and keeping that jab out on him, that's hard. It's not like Devin Haney standing in one spot. and just jabbing. I mean, it's not. I mean, he's moving around. He understands that this fight is a big fight, just like Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia understand this is a big fight, and the other fights that we see. So, as a matter of fact, PBC is doing a great job. You have to give shouts out to PBC. We know a lot of people wants to see. You know what? That's another topic, but go ahead, my brother. I believe that I would give the edge to Devin Haney, but I'm not counting out Lomachenko.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good fight. I don't think Devin Haney should take steps back. Not the whole fight. I know Devin Haney's not going to be on a straight line when he take those steps back. I always tell people that you shouldn't take more than one step back, because once you take that second step back, that's the step that will be your last. Because your behind is going to be on the ground. So, I think he's going to pivot. But I think from the opening bell, being the bigger man, the man with the larger reach, I think he should establish that jab first, but he should press Lomachenko. Move Lomachenko back, go to Lomachenko's body, and basically be the bigger man. Don't let the footwork, and Lomachenko has good footwork that might be, it could be not by Haney, I'm talking about from the fans' perspective, it could be undermined, so to speak. Could be underestimated. But don't allow him to use that great footwork to, use angles to throw his shots, because that's where Lomachenko's strengths are. Press him back. And I think Devin Haney will get the win. I really don't give this a close fight like a Chris Colbert and a Jose Valenzuela fight where it was close. And I don't think it's going to be like that. I think this is going to be a fight where Devin Haney will etch out at least 8 or 9 rounds. My personal opinion. I could be wrong, because as I always say, I'm not an in the ring performance expert.